Alright, so this is really for anybody on YouTube, anybody in chat too who wants to know kind of what's going on here. So this is Lightfall as a healer. Ooh, I got something up there on my camera. What the heck is that? So this is me beating Lightfall as a healer. Basically, it's a Vesper of Radius run. Like, that's just kind of it. I just want to do it just because I thought it'd be fun just to do. Is it possible to beat Lightfall as a healer? The answer most likely is going to be yes. I mean, it does damage. There's only 2 spots I can think of where I'm not necessarily going to be able to use Vesper. Okay, yeah, hi, Future Player Bun here. There was quite a few places where this sucked, actually. Anyways, just to give you a quick rundown of the rules, because I really didn't talk about them here in this clip, so I'm just going to talk about them real quick. I have to use Rift only. Passives provided by subclasses, such as Spark of Instinct and Arc Soul are allowed. I didn't allow Arc Soul at first, but I just let it ride later since there was quite a few places where I needed it, so I just kept it on. I can interact with things as long as I don't do damage to anything. So like if I need to destroy something and I can't with my Rift, it's fine if I melee it, as long as I don't kill or harm anything else when I do. Other than that, I'm doing every mission to completion, and yeah, that's about it. I did this on just normal campaign difficulty because, honestly, the only difference is damage I take and how much enemies take. So if I would have done a run on Legendary, it wouldn't have necessarily been any less possible, if that makes sense. So I just did it on normal, because, again, it won't really change the run, and I'm trash at the game. So yeah, it's on normal. If you don't like that, then I guess that sucks. I mean, I'm the one doing the challenge after all. Let's do that here. Another thing I think it's an issue right now, but I didn't really want to prolong this challenge any more than I already have, because I've been wanting to do this for a while, and Bungie already kind of cucked me a little bit on it, so I didn't want to wait longer and longer. So yeah, this is one thing right now. First Contact starts you down here after the drop pods. I'm pretty sure because of after the whole Solstice fiasco. But yeah. But we don't have the beginning of this mission, just because, yeah. Since we don't have the beginning of this mission, the only thing that, like, really, yeah, come here. Come get hit by it, please. The only thing that really sucks is we just can't do the beginning, and the only thing that sucks about not being able to do the beginning is there is a Tormentor at the beginning. And since we can't mess with that Tormentor, that kind of sucks. Okay, I do have to kill him first. Because I would have liked to see how Tormentors are going to work. So, for the purposes of this, what's going to be really important is trying not to get rid of, like, really big, dense clusters of ads. Because they're going to help me get my class ability back really quickly. So, I'm going to have to kind of do the reverse of what I want to do, if that makes sense. Because, like, right now, I'd like to just go ahead and pop my Rift. And I think I kind of can. I need to get rid of him first, though. I have to be careful, because if I get rid of too many ads, I'm not going to get my Rift back very quickly. And that's going to be even, that's going to suck even more. Like, whenever Arc's enabled, that's not as big of a deal, because I have my Spark of Focus. Whatever one it is that when you run, you get your class ability back a little quicker. We're just gonna skip cutscenes. Oh, if somebody came here to watch the Lightfall cutscenes, I don't know what to tell you. This wasn't the place to come do it, though. The only cutscene we might watch is when the Witness gets pissed at Callus, only because I think it's funny. Alright, well, Mission 1's done. Mission 1, again, is supposed to be longer, but right now, it's disabled because of Solstice. So, that's just how it be right now. If anybody really cares about the integrity of this run, whenever it comes back, I'll come on stream for 5 minutes to do the beginning. Unless, like, I get pissed and I'm just like, I'm running them over. Come on, get closer. Oh, there we go. See, now this is something that's not going to be fun. Is when this happens, when the enemies, like, spread out a lot. That's not going to be enjoyable at all. But again, we have other stuff which will help a lot. Like, Spark of Focus. So now you kind of see how combat is. I'm basically just waiting out my rift, popping it on enemies. The hardest part of this challenge right now is honestly just patience. When enemies spread out, that means 1 rift per enemy, and that just kind of hard sucks. Really, most of the missions are like this, so for the sake of the video, I will kind of jump to more of the more important parts, or parts that gave me trouble, because otherwise, you're going to get really bored, and, yeah, I don't want you to leave before you get to see the good stuff, so, yeah, here we go. Okay, so, we got the Tormentor next, so we got to figure out... Did I even pop it? I don't think I did. Oh, this is going to be something that sucks with them, regardless of what happens. They suppress on their hit, so I'll have to force them into an animation like that before I actually hit it. Okay, yeah. So that's what I was afraid of. It doesn't do anything to his shoulder. Let's see if I get higher than him, if that'll work. I don't think it will, but... Let me get into a surface that's a little bit above him. Still doesn't pop his shoulders. Okay, so that was something I was kind of afraid would happen. So, Tormentors are gonna be a big problem. So, I'm gonna go ahead and amend it. Again, I don't think it really, again, goes against the challenge because it's a passive. But I can see the argument that the Arc Soul physically attacks, so maybe it goes against the idea of doing a healer only run. I don't care. This is my challenge. I'm the one who's doing it. I think it's fine. Back off. Like I said, I wanted to just do it for like when I need. Ooh, does it not work on the shoulders either? Ooh, maybe I have to get it at a better angle. Okay, yes, it does work on the shoulders. Okay, good. This might change. I wanted to use it as little as possible, but I'm not gonna lie. From a viewer standpoint, it might be better to keep it on. Because otherwise, you're just seeing a lot of me just running around and putting rips down. But I don't know. Can I knock him off? Will he fall off? Oh my gosh, that would be so geek if he just falls off. Okay, no, he won't. Okay, let me go. This is another thing, too. I don't know how beneficial it actually would be to have it on. Okay, let him do his thing. Go off, King. Let him get hit. He's getting a lot more aggressive. If he wants to grab me, he's gonna get me, too. I got stuck on the side of that thing, and I could feel it. Honestly, it may not be a bad idea to let him do it, though, to be honest. Because he doesn't suppress right after, so I get the time to actually do something. Once again, and this is kind of something that I, you know, kind of briefly talked about. A lot of this also is just kind of, I have to use tangles. Never mind, I forgot about this. I have to use tangles. I can only break these with tangles. That's it for this mission, I think. I don't think I can do anything else, because immediately I can only use tangles. So, I think I have an idea. I think we can still do this. We have to use Strand, and we have to use Weaver's Call. Okay, so I gotta wait for it again. For it to come back up. This still doesn't work though, does it? I might have to put, will this make a tangle? It won't. I have to put on Swarmers, don't I? Do I even have a pair of Swarmers? To me, this isn't a big deal. Because to me, this still achieves the same thing. Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna have to do this now. I have to... Well, I don't have to, but... It'll make my rip come back quicker. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. So I did have to get a little creative here with how the threadlings work with the Strand Rift. And actually, I only had to do something similar to this once, again later in the run. But honestly, I was surprised how little I had to get creative in this run. Honestly, like I said earlier, the only big problem was patience. Until... yeah, that sucks. I didn't have to get right up on those phalanxes, though. I really don't have to do that, I just did. Okay. I think this is going to be the first part that's actually going to be pretty difficult. See that? Dude, he didn't... yeah, this is going to be the hard part. This is going to be the part that sucks. This is gonna be the part that sucks. I gotta figure out something for the interceptors that work better. The problem is, like, it is so frustrating that they barely hit you and do that much. They they kill me off of grazing me. Like, why? Fucking why, man? So yeah, the interceptors are really the hardest part. Threshers aren't that bad because you can jump on top of them and drop a rift to keep hurting them. But interceptors, oh my god, man. They just kill you with no effort. They can barely move and gently graze your big toe, and you just get a one-way ticket to meeting God. Like, it is ridiculous, and it made this part so frustrating. That was good. That was really good. I got rid of that one good. Damn, dude. I saw it coming. Dude, it doesn't even hit, like, hard. Like, phalanxes hit me harder than that and don't kill me. Okay, that's good. Oh, I just need that one. Okay. More stuff. Okay, this one's stuck. This would be great if it stays stuck, but it's not. Of course it doesn't. Ooh, that did a lot. And he grazed me. Okay, he was going a little faster, so I'll take that, but f*** off still, man. Okay. I think that'll get it, or it'll at least get it close. I need to get another rift up pretty quick if I can. And accidentally kill him. That's fine. Kill him. We'll just let this be the time I get rid of a few phalanxes then. Whatever. Okay, never mind. Got enough back on rift at least. Let me see if I can... I think the threshers are what actually end this encounter. This actually isn't a bad spot right here. Am I still getting hurt at all? I am still getting hurt. Fine. Okay, there we go. I can do this and I can do that at the same time. This kind of works at least decently for a little bit. I gotta keep an eye on my rift though. It might be better. Let me get on top of this one. Because then I can only really get attacked by that thresher instead. The other one can't reach me from there. And the interceptors. Okay. That's it, right? Oh, thank God, man. Alright, so that's really it for that mission. That was an awful, awful thing to have to deal with, but really the only thing you have left is dealing with the suppressor at the final boss of this mission. And you have to aim your super in such a way so that I can stay within the parameter of the rules and not accidentally kill anything with it. And for some reason, it feels like in the campaign, your threadlings are like way more aggro. I could be wrong. Maybe it's something to like make Strand feel better while you're playing the campaign, or maybe it's just me like internalizing that dread I feel whenever one accidentally kills something and I have to restart again. But it just seems so much more aggro. Alright, now, just gotta get it right. Okay, it's broken. Oh, I better not see any damage numbers over there. Okay, okay. Oh, God. Oh, no, not the phalanxes again. Okay. Alright. Come on, game. Just need another rift. Just need another rift. I'm here for health. Just need another rift. Just need another rift. Put it down. Oh, well. It's blowing up now, so I'm gonna get out of there. It's kind of shitty what they'll do to people. Because they get really... They really need stuff out of people. Okay. I mean, I guess I technically failed the challenge if you count that. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't see a single damage number in that scripted. So, I still say that the run's still alive. If somebody else says it isn't, Ooh. There's no more run killers, says Devin. There's no more run killers. This is probably a run killer. I don't know how to do this. I really don't know how to do this. Maybe if I... So spoiler alert, this is the last big hurdle of the challenge, outside of combat difficulty. This puzzle is difficult because you need to kill enemies one at a time. The biggest problem is Arc Soul kind of works for killing them one at a time, but sometimes they move and that changes how Arc Soul targets them, and it kind of just goes all over the place. Sometimes it'll kill what you don't need it to kill. For the first set, it's not the biggest deal because there's enough space in between them. They really don't move too much, so I could kind of brute force it. But for the second and third areas, I had to get a bit more creative. Alright, that's fine. Feel free to lurk, dude. Go crazy. It's probably just going to be me mauling. Okay, I did learn that probably the best thing to do is not what's about to happen. Okay. I wonder if I just kill them all the ones I need at once, if that will work. Or if it actually... Yeah. I was afraid. I was about to say, it may not like that. No, can I egg them away? Probably, right? I can push them. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do, I think. Okay, the first one's a dark one, so push him away. Get away. Get away. Get away from them. There we go. And if the threadlings don't do that, 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 if the threadlings don't do that! Get my thing up. Okay, dark one. Honestly, if I could push this one back in for the next big pulse, I could go ahead and get the kill. Okay. Dark, dark. I just need a light. Perfect. Okay. You know what? I just had a brilliant idea. Okay. Okay. Does this do damage? Oh, well, it's gonna do damage because I just did that like an idiot. Okay, yeah, this'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna get them, I'm gonna freeze them, and then I'm gonna move them, and then I'm gonna do that. Okay. Put Vesper back on and get a light one. This is a light one. Okay. Okay, that one's not too close, okay. Okay, I need a dark one next. So let's get the closest. Okay, those are just regular harpies. This is the only, this is the closest one. It'd be nice, yeah, if I could kind of start to get it up there and then move it once it's frozen. Because they don't stay frozen for super long. Gotta get my thing, gotta get my thing. Okay, awesome. Let's go, dude. Alright, that puzzle is done. Now it's just combat as usual till we get to our big bad, and then the final fight begins. Callus isn't necessarily a hard boss with this challenge, as much as it's just the physics of Callus that sucks. When he enters his second form especially, he just pushes you around a lot, and what the biggest issue really is I need to hit him with my Rift some of the time so the fight will go a bit faster. Plinking him with Arc Soul is fine, but the longer I'm in the second phase, the more opportunity there is for him to push me off. At a certain point, I got a pretty solid strat, but really, a lot of the decisions you have to make in the fight are really risk and reward. Since I can't melee to keep in range when he does stuff like stomping, I have to be careful of what I do and when I do it. One stomp or hit that knocks me back in any way can guarantee a restart after all. I guess I'm just gonna start doing this, man. Let's just kind of test it, see what happens if you're up here when he hits. Does it make it so he doesn't launch? If it makes so he doesn't launch you, that might actually be pretty big too. You know about this now, so I could get rid of the Tormentors if I want to, because I really were doing that so that I could expedite his death. But if I know he won't push me off from up here, then I can make that work. Please don't get unblinded as I come over. He did. Of course he did. Of course he fucked. Okay. Yeah, baby! That's what I'm thinking about! That's what I'm waiting for! Ugh! Fuck off, man! Oh! Baby! It's over! Fucking 6.5 hours later, baby! Alright. And yeah, that was about it. Really, Callus wasn't that bad. It was just kind of time consuming getting over all the little tedious things he did. But overall, I was kind of surprised at some of the hurdles in this challenge. I thought this was a challenge I'd be able to complete in like just a few hours. I didn't think it would be that bad. And it took a while. It only took about 6.5 hours, which really isn't the end of the world, but I was expecting it to be like a 3-hour challenge. But anyways, yeah, it's possible to beat Lightfall as a healer, or a Rift only, however you want to call it, whatever you want to call the run. But yeah, it was pretty cool. If you are ever interested in watching one of these runs, I do tend to do these on Twitch, every now and again. Probably, I'm going to try to start doing these more consistently, about one a week. Have some kind of like little challenge or just something a little different to try rather than just a general gameplay. So if you'd like to, jump on over to twitch.tv/playerbun and you can see some of this live. Other than that, I appreciate you for watching.